Hi guys, my name is Izzy, and today I'm going to give you 4 reasons why the M2 MacBook Air is still worth it in 2023. First off is longevity. The MacBook Air is mainly known for its longevity. 10 years later and people's MacBook Airs still work. People find this laptop portable and great for their needs, arguably making it Apple's most popular laptop. You can always rely on a MacBook Air to get done with whatever you need to get done with. The MacBook Air never fails, and this model is not different. Obviously, if your needs are fairly small, this laptop is perfect for video and photo editing. I use DaVinci Resolve bi-weekly, and it never fails. It hasn't crashed, and it renders quite swiftly for my needs. However, while editing it, there is some difficulty because of the lagging and the laptop's inability to render an effect or transition on the spot. However, I do think that this is minor. For photos, it has never been a problem. In general, Macs are great for photo editing because the display is extremely detailed and color accurate. Obviously, as your camera system upgrades, the laptop will become less and less capable in terms of editing and rendering. The solution to this is to clear up space on the Mac and consider buying an SSD, as freeing up space makes the laptop considerably faster. Point is, as a student, this laptop takes care of my photo and video needs perfectly. Layout is generally a big thing with students. The desire for productivity to be seamless becomes a big part of a student's life. For me, this laptop has improved my productivity tenfold because of Mac OS. A key part of this is Stage Manager. This was a feature that was added with the new Ventura update for Macs. Mission Control is another feature that is incredibly useful when it comes to desktop management. In my opinion, I think this layout will resonate with students because there's a lot of room in terms of organizing how many tabs you have open, all the apps that you have open, and it helps in terms of multitasking, and I find it incredibly useful. I may be biased because I do prefer the macOS layout over the Windows layout. However, this becomes a big part of your decision between choosing this laptop and something from Windows. The hardware is a great reason to get this laptop. The new redesign is a great look for the Mac. It is perfectly balanced in one hand and the weight evenly distributes, so I don't feel like I'm going to drop it. As I said, the screen is really good. The keyboard is great to type on, and the trackpad is very sensitive. The Touch ID system on a Mac is at its peak, and it is perfect. I use it all the time. It's a very efficient way to unlock a Mac. As for the ports, I say this is where it's the downfall of this Mac. First off, there is no Thunderbolt 4, and the display capabilities are restricted to 4K at 30 frames per second, so not the best in terms of monitor connectivity, but you can still make it work. The ports do require you to get a dongle like this one from Anker. Another great hardware change is the MagSafe charging system, which makes it so you can use both Thunderbolt 3 ports at the same time. The camera is also great for FaceTiming, as I have noticed it using it over the last couple of months. But overall, those are my main 4 reasons for recommending this laptop. It's great for a creative person like me who relies a lot on the capabilities of their technology. It is a great laptop regardless of how you spec it, except for the 256GB storage option, but the only thing that's stopping you from getting it up to this point is probably either budget or the demands that you have. If it's budget that is stopping you, I would suggest going with an M1 MacBook Air that Apple still sells brand new. If your demands are much higher, I would suggest going with something like the 16 and 14-inch MacBook Pros from Apple. Those are great alternatives and incredibly powerful. Now I have a bonus section. These are my favorite accessories that give you the most optimal experience when using a MacBook Air, in my opinion. First off is the mouse, which is the Logitech MX Master 3, a great ergonomic and productivity mouse, as you can configure it however you would like in the Logitech Options app, and so I just love this mouse. It's perfect. Next is the dongle. As I mentioned, it's a 7-in-1 from Anker. It is somewhat pricey, but it is very much so worth it because it opens up the capabilities of your Mac to a whole other level. Next is my keyboard, which is a 75% mechanical keyboard from Keychron, the Keychron K2, with red switches. It has LED white backlighting and a bunch of light patterns. I love typing on this. It's especially great whenever I am working for long hours on an essay or a lab, so love this keyboard. Next is this leather sleeve from Comfyable. I got this sleeve because I just love the look of leather sleeves. It fits in my backpack perfectly, so I don't really need to toss my Mac in my backpack without any protection. I can toss it into the sleeve instead. Next is this USB-C to HDMI braided cable from Uni, which I love because I can connect my Mac to my monitor just by connecting one port, which makes it so I don't have to pull out my dongle.
What did he say?
Next is this tech kit. This is the Bellroy tech kit. I love this tech kit because it can fit a lot in it, and I mean a lot. It can hold my MX Master 3 with with still some room to fit other things. It's a bit tight, but it definitely has room for the essentials, which I love about it. As always, everything is linked below, so if you need to check out any of these accessories, I have links for them. Next is an iPad. Now, this is only if you have the money, but an iPad complements a Mac very well, especially if you want to draw something on your iPad on Procreate and you want to airdrop it to your Mac. It works extremely fast, and so I have a pretty crappy iPad, to be honest, but it still complements my Mac pretty well. So if you have money for it, I would suggest getting an iPad. That's all. Thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you want to be notified every time I post a video, which is a little bit more often nowadays, in case you're noticing. So, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.